Welcome back to this Final Fantasy XIV Let's Play. You're with Sambo, Seraphis, and joining us here on the steps of the Adventurers Guild in Gridania are some of the crazy folk from our Distant World family, our Distant World LinkShell. A big hello to everybody here. We've got Westet Greenleaf, we've also got up the top there, we've got Merrick, we've got Venatus, and of course we've got the living sofa himself, Blindrage. Hello to you, good sir.
Hello to you. How are you doing?
I'm not doing too badly. You seem to have attracted a couple of fans there. How are your legs holding up? You alright?
Yeah, they're kind of cramping, but they're warm.
Yeah, that's one good thing, I guess. Here in Gridania, it could be a little bit cold, and what better way to warm up than, oh dear, than have Sir Watermelons, Mini Ninja, and Katella, and my good self all sitting on your lap. Sir Watermelons, are you there on voice chat?
Yes, I am.
You, and go on, do it one more time. This, folks, is the creepiest thing in the entire game. Here we have a little Lalafell. Did you hear that? The little Lalafell with the creepy, deep voice, which, by the way, I think is the same laugh as Merrick. Hi, Merrick, are you there?
I am here.
Now, can you please laugh for us, please? Just so we can see this in action. Yeah, now you see, I don't know about you guys, but that suits you, doesn't it, Merrick? I mean, you're a tall, big guy. What do you think?
I'm a tall guy. You would expect that sound to come out of me, but not out of that Lalafell.
Not out of, no, especially because we know who's behind that Lalafell, by the way. And that's more like it. Look at that. It's Mini Ninja. Can you believe it, by the way? Mini, are you fighting the temptation to do exactly that, to fight with Sir Watermelons? And how are you today?
I'm pretty good, and I guess,
Hey, easy tiger, she says. You're on your best behaviour today, by the way, Mini. We're not having to...
Am I?
You are... Oh, no, there we go. It's all over before it even started, folks. These two are going to be... You know what? We're going to have to parent them like every single episode. You've got to admit, though, don't they... Oh! Do you know what it looked like then? It looked like you two are actually hugging. That's what we'll decide you're doing. You're not scrapping. You are best friends and you're having a big hug. Don't you think that looks like a hug? But, of course, also in the middle of it all, what do you think of all this? Katella, how are you today?
Doing all right. How are you?
Not too bad. Of course, you got the prime spot there, right in the centre. And you are definitely wearing... Oh, hang on. Mini! Oh, no! What's happening to Mini? She's wandering up. Jenna, what have you done? Have you gone and made Mini upset?
I don't know.
I think you might. Look at that. She's wandering. Look, she's having a tanty over there. She's throwing a fit. Oh, dear, oh, dear. Look,
I'm sorry, but sometimes Minnie has a little mind of his own. He's a pimp, and he's kind of attracted, got some attention. No!
Oh, I see what was happening. Right, we know what was going on. We just managed to see that before that character disappeared. I see. So Mini Ninja's got a one-track mind. Thank you for letting us know. Welcome back, Mini. Are you okay now? Look at that. Oh, dear, oh, dear. All right, we'll just pretend that didn't happen, folks. Now, getting back to the civilized folks in the LinkShell. Katella, hello. Speaking of civilized, I see you've got a really cool outfit on that's kind of obscured by the rest of us here, but you're looking very flash. Can you tell us what you're wearing?
I have a torturer's monocle and a loyalist bliad. I don't know how to say that word. Bliad or bliad.
The monocle, I think I've only seen you a couple. Let's see if we can zoom right in here. There we go. There's your monocle. Yeah, that looks very cool. I've seen monocles on some players, and in fact I've seen full-on glasses on other players as well. But where do you get that monocle from?
The monocle is something that drops from the dungeon Toto-Rak.
Toto-Rak. Now, it's funny you should mention that because I've got a funny feeling we're going to be talking about that a whole lot more in this episode. And I'd imagine, by the way, that the top you're wearing, is that something you've made or is that something that also drops off a creature?
This one actually drops off an NM called Dunstan Downey.
Is that
Downey
close
Dunstan?
To my heart? Is that the sheep?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, how good is that? My memory is so... Okay, no, I'm lying, folks. These guys told me about it before we started filming. But still, if you want to get this particular top... Now, whereabouts, what area is that sheep in, by the way, Katella?
It's up in Corthus.
Corthus. Okay, there you go, folks. And you two can look very scholarly and civilized, unlike Mini Ninja and Watermelons, who we know are just full of shenanigans. By the way, Mini, every single hot person that walks past, are we going to have you wandering off and saying, hello, ladies? Is that what Mini's like?
I'm sorry, he just can't help himself sometimes.
There you go. It's been established. Mini Ninja is a ladies' man. So there you go, ladies. have at it. You know exactly where he's coming from. Now, also joining us here, by the way, we've got Lucif. Hello to you.
Hello, Sambo. How are you doing?
I'm very well. Now, I'm going to test my own knowledge of the game here, and you guys are probably going to laugh at me. I'm going to try and guess what it is that you're wearing. Okay, so you of all people, Lucif, are not allowed to laugh. You can just politely correct me if I'm wrong, but I reckon you've got the Black Mage AF gear. How good a guess is that?
That is correct.
Woo! Thank you. You're welcome. That's right. I am actually learning things in this game. How long have you had that for?
I got it less than 2 hours ago.
Less than 2 hours ago. Massive congratulations to you, mate. That must feel awesome. You know, I can't wait until I get some kind of AF gear because, of course, I'm still running around in my newbie stuff and all my kind donations from folks like Katella and Pico Man as well. So congratulations to you. I can also see up the back there, Westet Greenleaf. Big hello to you.
Hello, Sambo.
Hey there. Now, I think, were you wearing... I'm trying to cast my mind back. I'm pretty sure you were wearing an outfit, if not the same, but similar to this in last week's episode. I'm not sure that we got around to saying hello to you or not, but what's the actual chest piece that you've got on there?
It's the felt blouse.
Felt blouse. Is that from anywhere special, or is that a crafted item, or is it a drop?
It's a crafted item. Katella can make them. Yeah, she can make this whole set, the pants, the jacket, and the hat.
Oh, really, Katella? Cough, hint, cough. Hint. Is that something that I can wear? Oh, she's nodding her head.
Yeah, you can wear it. It's a bit high for you, but you could wear it.
Look, Katella, we know it's me we're talking about here. We don't mind if it's not functional, it's whether or not it looks good. By the way, Minnie, if I was to wear that, would your ladies' man here, he wouldn't be interested in me, would he? I mean, that's just wrong. He's not allowed to be interested in my character. Oh, there's silence. You can. Oh, look,
I don't know.
Deep reflection. Oh, dear. All right, well, that's something to look forward to. We'll see how that goes. Oh, my lord, watermelons. You've just turned yourself into Nightwing from DC Universe. What are those glasses, please?
The Garland goggles.
Where do they come from?
Special edition, I believe, of this game.
Oh, and so you've obviously got the collector's edition then?
Yep.
Oh, congratulations. What about anyone else here got the collector's edition? I didn't manage to get it. Anyone?
I do.
I do.
Oh, listen to that, folks. I'm definitely in the minority there. By the way, before we head away, Merrick, you've changed outfits. What do you got on now?
Actually, I think I'm wearing the same top that Catella's wearing, the Loyalist Bliad.
Yes, so you are.
So that's what it looks like in real size.
Oh, dear, oh dear. What's the hat you've got on, by the way?
I have to look that up. I can't think of the name right off the top of my head. One second.
While you do, because I think people would definitely be interested in that, it's like a witchy poo hat. But while he does that, I don't know if you can notice just down here where I'm wriggling my mouse, folks, the attention to detail in this game. See, Merrick actually has a ring on his finger, and that is actually probably the ring that you have equipped in your inventory. Would that be right, Merrick?
That would be correct.
That is how detailed this game is. And I think it's the same with the earrings. Like, for example, we can see watermelons there. You've got a couple. In fact, you know what? That's odd. My very own self in real life, have exactly in the same spot, in the same ear. I've got 2 silver hoops just like that. Watermelons, that's not cosmetic, is it? Or is it cosmetic?
I think it is cosmetic, actually.
Oh, really? Because I know we can equip earrings in the game. We can see Catella's got them on there. Minnie, you've got gold ones there. I've even got them. Oh, you just took them off. Minnie,
Yep.
So is that you taking it out of your actual character sheet?
He actually does have white earrings, which you can't really see because of his hat. Let me take this off.
There we go. Let's have a look. We're zoomed in on you, and we can see why he's a ladies' man. What an attractive young man that he is there. Look at him. So he's got 2 silver hoops, but you had a gold one in his right ear. There we go. Oh, so it's more than cosmetic. If you actually equip the earrings, it actually shows up on the character's features. Now that, I reckon, is attention to detail. Blind Rage, I'm trying to see. I don't think I can actually see your ears because of your epic mutton lamb chops there. Do you actually have earrings in?
No, I don't think I do. I can't remember.
We can't see them if you have. That's amazing. Now, what are you wearing, by the way? What class are you actually lined up as at the moment, Blind Rage?
I'm a thaumaturge right now.
That's right. Okay, that makes sense. Well, folks, by the way, nice to see everybody here, and there is Ventus as well, but I don't think Ventus joins us on voice chat, but nice to see everybody, and the reason we're all cuddled up here together on the steps of the Adventurers Guild in Gridania is a very specific one. You can see in our party down here, we've got Katella, we've got Blind Rage, and we've got the ladies' man, Mini Ninja. Do you know what, Mini? Whenever we talk about you from now on, or your character, there he goes. Look at him charming everybody. I'm just going to think of Barry White. Barry White. Because I can imagine Mini Ninja going back to his particular bed in the inn, right? We all retire in our inn every night after we've been playing here. I can imagine he gets in there, he pushes a button, right? And a mirror ball comes down, Barry White comes on, the lights get dimmed, candles start flickering, and is that kind of what it's like in his room?
A little bit like that, kind of like him and maybe Quagmire from Family Guy.
Yeah. There you go. All right, sorry folks, you've just absolutely had your perception of the inns in Final Fantasy XIV completely ruined now. Thank you very much. You're welcome. Anyway, the reason we're all gathered here today is to do something very special, and it's got to do with my Grand Company questline, number 1, and it's also got to do with something. I'm going to give you guys a special hint. Are you ready now? You might want to put me on mute because I'm about to sing. So fair warning, in a couple of seconds I'm going to sing. The other thing this has got to do with, here we go, is this. Yeah. Oh dear. Look at that. Watermelons, it's panicking. Of course, it's got to do with a chocobo. So rather than me explain this, I'm going to hand over to our resident expert who, of course, really wears the pants in our Let's Play series here. That is Katella. Katella, what are we actually going to be doing today? Why are we in a group of 4?
We are going to run a Toto-Rak. We're going to run a dungeon called Toto-Rak.
A dungeon called Toto-Rak. Okay, cool. So this is an actual factual dungeon. It's not just like... So, hang on. Let me explain. We've got Miqo'te. Miqo'te has been done on our Let's Play series, and that was with Pico Man back in the day, and that, you know, in my mind is a dungeon. But from what I understand, Toto-Rak is actually like slightly... Is it the same sort of thing? Is it just a big hole in the ground that we run around, or does it have more actual specific dungeon features to it?
It's a little bit more. It actually has... It's part of... You actually have a quest in there that you actually have to complete, and so you're going to have to do certain things and trigger certain things to get further along.
Okay, alright, and this is definitely all part of my Grand Company questline, right?
Yeah, it's part of your Grand Company.
Alright, so if I'm going to open up my journal, let's do this. Open up. What am I looking for in here? I've got one quest here, which, as we know, is color-coded, and it says Imperial Devices Gridania. Is that what this is all about?
That is it.
Okay, so if I click on here, folks, let's have a look and see what it says. It says, let me see, inside Toto-Rak, I will have 60 minutes Earth time to complete a mission before somebody's magics teleport me back to his side. Oh, so we're talking about Bloiserant of the Wood Whalers has briefed me on what lies beyond the dungeon entrance. So I'm guessing I've already spoken to the person at the entrance of the dungeon, it sounds like. Would that be right?
That's correct.
Alright, so we'll see him once we get there, including accounts of a mysterious Pajal roaming the halls who came to the rescue of the injured Gridanians. Fearing for his safety, the Order of the Twin Adder has asked, and that by the way is our Grand Company of course folks, has asked that I attempt to locate the Pajal within the 1,000 Maws and see him safely out. So there we go. Sounds like we've got 60 minutes to get somebody out. Look, there's a couple of caveats here. It says only parties consisting of between 2 and 4 disciples of war or magic or level 25 or higher can be granted entry. So, Katella, is that why we're in a party of 4? Because if we had 5, we literally couldn't do this?
That's correct.
Okay, and dungeon timers can be found in the timers tab located under the attributes in the main menu, and that's a really handy thing to have there. So I'm just looking at this, and Blind Rage, I'm looking straight to the rewards, not that I'm shallow or anything, but it says that I get 2,160 XP, but I get 1,000 serpent seals. Blind Rage, how much is a chocobo from the Grand Company? How much does that cost?
3,000.
Oh, 3,000. Hang on a minute. Okay, Mini Ninja, where do I go to check how many seals I have right now?
Let's see here. Well, in your menu,
Yep.
you can go to attributes.
Okay, opening that up. Here we go. General, classes, key items.
Once you past key items, you just press Grand Companies, and it'll be right there.
Okay, so I've got I've got 1,050 seals for Limsa Liminza. That's the Maelstrom, and of course that's the Mini Maelstrom. We know Mini loves that one. I've got in Ul'dah the Immortal Flames. I've got 1,050 seals there as well. The Order of the Twin Adder. I've got 1,350. So does that mean after this, I'm still not going to have enough money to buy a Grand Company Chocobo, Katella?
You actually have one more thing that you're going to have to fulfill before you can purchase
Oh, and is that after we've done the Toto-Rak event?
Yeah, you'll have to. Well, actually, it's when you officially go and do the one where you pick which grand company you want.
Oh, okay. And of course, being the secretive, mysterious person I am, nobody knows exactly which one that's going to be. I love the colour yellow. Nobody knows at all. No one. All right, well, I guess, look, what this is going to do is bring us one step closer to me having a chocobo, which is very exciting for me because, of course, don't forget, folks, last week I got something else. And in fact, hang on, I'm going to have to stand up for this one. If you missed last week's episode, you definitely need to watch it. If I wander out the front here, check this out, guys. This is, hang on, I don't think I'm getting, I can't call my Gooboo.
Not in town.
Not in town. Well, I got my Gooboo last week, so at least I got one of the mounts, but I really want to get myself a chocobo so I can run around on that and have the epic music. By the way, guys, so Watermelons, i.e. Jenna, when you mount a Grand Company chocobo, does it still give you the chocobo music?
It's different music.
No, but is it still do, is it that theme?
I'm pretty sure.
Similar.
Okay, I hope so. I really hope so. And by the way, folks, I love that theme, and I've been playing it a lot. I've just got myself a new game on my 3DS called Theatre Rhythm, and it's by Square Enix, and it's all to do with Final Fantasy. All I'm going to say is it's horribly addictive, and if you are a Final Fantasy fan in any shape, way or form, then you need to go out and get that game. In fact, you can download it as a demo on the 3DS Nintendo store. I highly recommend you do. Anyway, we need to get out of here, folks. It's always lovely to see Distant World. We've got Westet, Merrick, Lucif, all of whom unfortunately won't be able to join us for our run through Toto-Rak, but I'm sure they'll wish us good luck. We will come back to you guys when we're at the entrance to the dungeon. We'll see you soon. And here we are, the adventurous quartet. We're off and on our way to Toto-Rak. Let's have a look at the map here, by the way, so you guys can see where we are. Now, I can see here Silent Arbor. Hello, Silent Arbor. We've got Quarry Mill. Oh, now Blindrage, Quarry Mill over there. I think that's where we ended up one day where we went for a big run and we went fishing over there. Is that the place I'm thinking of? And that's where the Twin Adders headquarters is?
Not where the Twin Adders headquarters is, but that's where we ended up fishing that one time.
Oh, okay. All right. Getting myself mixed up there. But yep. So you can see, folks, we are in Gridania. We're north of Camp Tranquil. There it is down below there to the south of us. We've run all the way up the top here and you can see Silent Arbor is nearby. And then tucked away down here, this is the 1,000 Maws of Toto-Rak. That's exactly where we're heading. So let me see here. There's Mini, there's Katella, Blindrage. Like I said, this is the crazy quartet that we've got. Can we mount up? Any excuse to use my Gooboo, guys. There we go. Oh gosh. You know what? It fills half the screen. I can't see anything. Can't see where I'm going. Sorry about that. You've got a Gooboo on the head. So who wants to lead the way? Take us to the entrance of this dungeon. Blindrage, I choose you because you're big. We can hide behind you. Your poor chocobo, by the way, Blindrage. Does it complain?
No, it doesn't. Not really. Not loud
You're
anyway.
so full of it.
Yeah. Oh,
Don't start with me this time.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
You know how many times I've had to come to your stable and console your freaking chocobo?
Oh, poor thing. Poor thing. Under the stress of the weight of poor Blindrage there. Okay, here we go. Now, Katella, I've got somebody with an exclamation mark over their head. I'm guessing, is this for me? Or is this for a different quest? It's Bloiserant.
That should be the one that you want.
Okay, let's have a chat to this person, see what they've got to say. It seems as though you are as ready as you will ever be. Very well. Enter now, and may the 12 watch over you. So, it's actually coming up with a menu here. Enter the 1,000 Maws of Toto-Rak. Okay, I'm getting a bit nervous. Before we go any further, if this is like a normal dungeon, as we have a look behind me there, we've got Mini Ninja, Katella, and Blindrage. So, Mini Ninja, do we actually have to assume roles in this like a typical dungeon group would? Or is it just everyone does everything? Like, do we have a healer role or a tank role and stuff like that, DPS?
If the enemies are around your level, it would be recommended that everyone has roles. Which, at the moment, right now, we don't really have like what you would consider a balanced party, but I think that will be fine for the level of enemies that we have.
Oh, okay.
Considering, we have 2 tanks and 2 like thaumaturges.
Ah, okay. So hang on. When you say 2 tanks, that would be like who? You, I guess.
Me and you.
Yeah, I was going to say you're talking about me. So is a Marauder classed as a tank in Final Fantasy XIV?
Yep, Marauder Marauder and a Gladiator.
Aha, okay, there you go. You learn something every day, folks. So Katella, the role that are you actually going a Thaumaturge for this run?
I am. I'm going Thaumaturge so that I have access to Cure just in case we need it.
Right, well, you know what, you're going to need that because it's me. I'm going to get beaten up, no doubt, and do something wrong. Okay, so we've got Tank, we've got me. Oh, by the way, Mini, when you say I'm a tank, can I also perform the role of DPS, or is that not really what a Marauder's set up to do?
You can perform the role of a DPS if you want. It's just right now, like considering how small of a group we are, it's just you and me need to be the ones that focus on getting the enemy's attention because they can wipe the floor with Blind and Katella.
Ah, okay, alright, that makes sense. And Blind, so you're also going squishy caster type. Are you going to be doing some heals as well, or are you just DPSing?
I'm going to try and focus on damage, but I do got heals just in case.
Alright, there you go. Alright, so we've got double backup of heals. Rightio, well, there you go, folks. Wish us luck. Let's click on yes and see what happens. There we go, folks. Look at that. Duty accepted. Okay, for a start, that's very cool. So, do all of the actual dungeons in this game have little cutscenes like that? Anybody?
Yep.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, wasn't expecting that. So, I'm guessing now if I have a look at the map, oh boy. All right, before we go any further, folks, this looks large and it looks confusing. So, for my particular quest today, which is where we're being charged with trying to find somebody, I'm guessing you guys kind of already know, but are we going to have to traverse this entire dungeon today, Katella?
Minnie's actually going to take the lead. She knows this dungeon real well.
Good stuff, Minnie. So you know this like the back of your hand, I'm imagining. I can see we've kind of got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like, I don't know what you call them, 5 glades, 5 areas, 5 circular areas. Are we going to need to hit each one of those in today's run, or are there only specific parts that we need to go to for my actual, Grand Company quest?
For your quest, we really don't have to do the entire dungeon, but we can if we want to. We only have to do like half the dungeon to get yours completed.
Alright, well of course that's probably going to be what we'll focus on first, and we'll see how we go for time. But just before we do go, Blindrage, if someone was coming here, because I assume you can come here not only for your Grand Company stuff, but you can come here and actually run this dungeon anytime you like. If that's the case, if you're going to run this whole thing and get right to the very end, how long would it take an average group at level to do this from start to finish?
At least 20 minutes.
Oh,
I'd
so
say.
it's not too long. All right, because it looks very huge on the mini map. But I guess we'll tell as soon as we start moving. All right, so I'm going to eat something. You can see there, Katella is buffing us up. I'm going to grab some food here. Maybe, what do I have? I've got so many things in my bags, it's terrible. Grilled dodo. That sounds good. There we go. So I got myself the well-fed buff. You can see we've got our stone skin. We've got Protect on there, thanks to all of our caster friends here. And I've also got another one, which is camaraderie, rather. And that's because we're in our little party here. I guess that's giving us that buff. Okay, Minnie, you're leading the way. I'm following. I'll go behind you. And again, we're going to try and keep the enmity off our caster mates here, Katella and Blindrage. But I'm absolutely going to let Minnie do the pulling. There's no doubt about that.
Well, it looks like, to be honest, you might end up doing most of the tanking since you have higher damage than I do.
Do I? Oh, so what level is your, what class are you playing right now, and what level is it?
I'm a Marauder right now, and it's only level 28.
Okay, alright, so we're just pipping you there at level 30. Still, though, I'd say that your skill in the game will outweigh any level differences that we have compared to mine.
I'm sure we'll be fine.
Here's hoping. Alright, well, we're doing well so far.
We're doing really good, especially considering we have 2 black mages. And you'll see a yellow glowing ball. We need to collect 4 of those.
Oh yeah, I can see something yellow. Okay, so 4 of them, that's what we're collecting. And I can see a chest here as well. Before we open that, look at that, we've got friends. We've gone and made friends.
I kind of invited them over, sorry.
You did. I know. Minnie's womanizing. I reckon they're female mobs. That's what I reckon anyway.
I don't know about that. It looks like Katella got another monocle.
Yeah, who should I give that to? Who would like that?
I think Seraphis wants it.
We should do it fairly. We should always roll, or actually that's another thing. When you're in a dungeon, of course, we're used to folks seeing dungeons in World of Warcraft and things like that where they automatically have rolling and need for greed systems. Katella, how does it work in a dungeon like this? Like, how do you decide who gets what? Is there a game system that can handle that, or does it have to be decided manually in the party?
It's kind of decided manually at this point, but you can do like a /random and roll dice pretty much.
Okay, we'll do that after this encounter. I think that's probably the fairest way to do it.
Look at you go, Seraphis. You're tanking all by yourself.
What? You left me to do this? Now, I do notice, though, that I do have a skill here called Provoke, I think. Where is it? There it is. So I guess that I should use that at some point. Okay, so I can see this little thing flying around here. Do I select? Oh, I can click on it.
Yep.
All right. Place the photo cell in your pack. So is this what I am actually trying to rescue from my Grand Company quest, or are these always here?
Well, you just need to, I don't know, you need to collect them in order to progress in the dungeon. You'll find out what it opens soon enough.
Okay, alright, so a photo cell. Let's have a look on the map, folks, just so you can see where we are. So we've made it up to this first corner. Cool, alright, onwards and upwards. How many of these photo cells are there, Minnie?
We only need 4 for the first door.
Okay, so they're for, alright, sounds good. So they're like an entry thing. Oh, I forgot to roll. Katella will do that soon. Alright, so these are level 31 monsters. And that's good because, of course, I'm level 30, which makes sense.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
There we go. Thank you very much for the heals. Okay, now how do we do this roll again, Katella? What's the command in Final Fantasy XIV to do a die roll?
You can do /random.
All right, here we go. /random. And I got an 87. Woohoo! All right, you guys got to roll.
87.
Who else is going to roll for this one? Oh, I suppose you've already got one. But you can, like you said, you can still have it, Katella, because it's currency, isn't it? It's worth currency in the game for Grand Companies. For seals.
I can't, just because it's a unique and untradeable item.
Oh, I see. Okay, so once somebody gets it, that's it. All right, so who else is rolling? Minnie's got an 83. You going to have a go, Blindrage?
No, I already got one, so
Oh.
I can't get another one, so...
Which means it's all yours.
Look at that. Sorry, ladies, man.
See, it was destiny.
It was density. All right, let's do this. Here we go. What are these, by the way? It says a prison terror or something. So does anyone know the backstory for this? Like, what is Toto-Rak? Because it looks like it's a set of actual dungeons with cells in it. Is it literally a prison?
I didn't really look too much into the lore of it, to be honest.
Yeah, it certainly looks that way, doesn't it? Very creepy.
Oh, yeah. It reminds me of, oh, what is that place? It was right outside of Juneau.
Oh.
The underground area.
Eldini?
Yeah.
Eldini.
Eldini Necropolis.
Are you guys
that's
talking
it.
about Final Fantasy XI?
Yep.
Ah, of course, that's a game I've spent a whole 30 minutes in, so I wouldn't know. Oh, dear, oh dear. Yikes!
Oh,
How's this
no!
for tanking? Mummy! Oh, dear.
These guys normally aren't here.
Really?
Yeah, they're normally a little further ahead. Here, let me try to get a little hate. Hopefully I don't die. Let's spam fire on these guys.
Yeah.
Don't die, Katella.
No! Wonder if we can throw a heal on Katella as well. There we go, one coming out just in time. Thank goodness for that. And we can
The
throw
good
another
news
one.
is if you die in this dungeon, when you return, it'll take you right to the beginning of the dungeon.
Oh, really? Really? No matter how far you've gone in?
Yep. Oh, there goes Katella.
Oh, I couldn't, for some reason I couldn't cure you.
And I didn't equip Raise.
Blind hasn't.
I have Rays.
Alright.
And of course, Ray's folks is the Res in Final Fantasy XIV, as I'm sure you know. Oh boy, wow, that was nasty.
All things considering, that actually went kind of well, considering
really?
they
Okay.
snuck up on us.
Wow.
These guys are really nasty,
Yeah,
as
they
you
are,
saw.
aren't they? Now, from what you said, it makes it sound almost like they're... I mean, do they not always appear in the same place every time?
Apparently not. Like, normally they were up a little bit further, closer to the photo cell, the next photo cell that we'll be getting. They were usually up there when I would come in the dungeon.
Right. Oh well.
As you'll
keeps
see
us on
right
our
here.
toes. Keeps us on our toes. Oh, this is pretty. This is awesome. Even though it's a prisoner's dungeon, there's still some awesome looking sights here. Alright,
Yeah, I really like this area.
Yeah, it's cool, isn't it? So it doesn't matter who picks up the photocell then, Minnie?
Nope.
In fact, guys, do you know what this area reminds me of? I'm not sure why. There's a part in Final Fantasy XIII. Is it the something waterscape? Oh, the rune... Oh, I can't remember the name of it now.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I just can't remember the name of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I
Dang
can't
it.
remember either. I know what you're talking about, though.
Yeah.
That place is really nice looking, too.
It is, isn't it? I just love that whole game. Whoa! Okay, what is this up ahead? What is
This is the trigger that, or what we're gonna have to put the photocells in order to open the door. Like if you see over here, we can't progress down this way because we're being blocked.
Aha!
It's kind of like the door lock.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, and we've got two of them, and what, we need two more?
Yep.
Cool. All right, that's an amazing looking effect. I just love this game. All right, onwards and upwards then. Two more to go. Now I'm guessing that the person I need to rescue is behind that locked force field, right?
Indeedy doodle.
Alrighty.
Aw, Seraphis, they like you.
I do. Oh, come back here. Nice work.
Hey, buddy, what you doing in here?
Oh, there's someone else in there. And it's a different
Uh-huh.
colour.
Doesn't make him any stronger.
Thank goodness for that.
And you'll notice the photocells are actually very easy to miss. Like this photocell right here in this room, I missed it the first time around.
Do you know what? If you hadn't said that, I actually would have run straight out of the room. I didn't even see it. Wow, thank you for that. Let's grab it. There we go. Place the photocell in your pack. Yes, indeedy. Alright, so this, I can see now, at the beginning of the episode, by the way, we were talking about Miqo'te being a dungeon and about this being a real dungeon. So we can see now, obviously, this is an actual dungeon. Is it instanced, Katella?
It is.
Alright, so it's an actual instanced dungeon. Is there a timer on these? Like, if somebody wanted to run this over and over and over, is there a limitation or is there a cost coming in here?
I know that there's, I think if you, Minnie, maybe you can correct me, is it if you fail it, then you have 15 minutes before you can enter again? Is that this one?
If you return out of it, well, actually, you can't return out of it. If you teleport out of it, you will have to wait 15 minutes before you can come back in.
Okay, so that's not too big of a price to pay, though. So you could, theoretically, if you wanted to, just run this endlessly. If you didn't die, you could just go end over end. Okay, alright. Good to know. Given that it's an actual dungeon, so we'll call this an actual dungeon as opposed to Miqo'te, which is a dungeon. Does anyone know how many actual dungeons there are in the game right now? Mini?
Not at the top of my head, because I had actually found one that I hadn't explored yet.
Oh, really?
Me and Jenna were exploring it together a little bit. We found a whole bunch of pirates there, and apparently someone had made a video and found a secret area inside of it that's kind of glitched.
Oh,
but
very
apparently
cool.
it was a half-made, looked like a town that Square Enix had been working on.
Is it Mistbeard's Cove?
Yeah, I think that's it.
Wow, I love coming across stuff like that. It's like a little Easter egg almost, isn't it?
Yeah. Little bonus feature.
Yeah. Alright, well, I've got to say, this is certainly lots of fun. I mean, I'm a big dungeon fan myself. I love running dungeons in other games. And it's something that I've obviously never done before in Final Fantasy XIV, so it's great to actually see them here. So I'd imagine a lot of our viewers, folks, if you're watching along from home and you don't play Final Fantasy XIV, you'd probably be asking yourself the very same question: are there actually instanced dungeons in this game? Because we certainly haven't come across any of them in our Let's Play series. There's your answer. We are in one right now, and it is awesome. So just dipping our toe in the water, though, roughly, I mean, in terms of the number of them based on your experience, Mini or Katella, or anyone who can answer, are we talking like, 2 or 3 or 4, or is it going to be closer to 10?
I think there's like at least one in each nation's area.
Oh, okay, that would make sense. Alright, so that's going to give us at least 3. Oh, I'm listening to the music. Sorry to interrupt there. I can hear the actual Final Fantasy theme coming through in the music. That's amazing. Oh, I love this game. Seriously. Now, what about high-end stuff, though? Like, okay, so let's talk about Ifrit, for example, because you guys have been doing that a lot, and we know that because of the fact that you guys are sporting the Ifrit weapons. Is Ifrit an instanced event as well? I've never been to one. Or do you just actually, walk up to him and is he walking out in the open world?
It is an instance.
Aha! Alright. Just an instance with one enemy, though, I guess. Or are there ads in that? Do you have to actually travel anywhere? Or are you basically ported to the area where you're directly fighting?
Well, it depends on what one you do. If you're doing the mini Ifrit, then you're kind of teleported kind of straight to it. But if you're doing the real hard one where you get the weapons from, then you actually have to go someplace.
Okay, alright.
And I've got a little bit of bad news.
What's
we
the bad
missed
news?
one, and I'm not entirely sure which one it was we missed.
Oh, well, I guess that's normal. I mean, like you say, they're so hard to see. So if you're wondering why we were going back and forth there, folks, that's why. But that's okay, it's all part of it. The thing I like about dungeons is exploring and a little bit of puzzling. So no complaints from me.
I'm trying to remember if it was in a little room or... Because no, we got the one in the little room.
Yep,
we got the one by the
definitely
insects.
Yep.
Ah, this is going to drive me crazy. I think there was a 4-way, and it was by the 4-way.
Okay, well, that's coming up ahead.
Oh, here it is. Here it is.
Yeah,
We
it's
missed
all-
this path.
It's all flooding back to you. Now, Minnie,
Yeah.
from what I understand, you are no stranger to this dungeon run, though, are you?
Nope. I've done this quite a few times. I helped a couple of the new players get through it, and I've soloed it myself a couple times.
You've soloed it. Good lord.
Uh-huh.
On Mini?
Yep.
Wow.
Just come through on my Black Mage or something, and they're pretty easy to wipe the floor with.
Okay. And why would somebody want to be soloing this instance?
There's a final boss fight, which I'm hoping that we can get to, and he will drop a couple of chests that will give you some items that you can trade in for guild seals.
Ooh, so that's going to help my quest towards the Chocobo?
Yes, sir. And this right here is the final one.
Ah, there it is. I can see it off in the distance there. All right. Oh, come here. Ooh, zappity zap. Who was that? Was that you, Blindrage?
Yeah, I think so.
That was a big spell. Let's use our Provoke here. Now, I've got another question for you guys, by the way, with Provoke, and it's, obviously a tanking skill. Is it a single target, or does it actually AoE provoke everybody in the area? Mini, I've got this, one targeted here and use Provoke. Is it only going to work on that one?
Yeah, it'll only work on one target.
Oh, okay. Ouch! Bit of slow on us there, I'd imagine.
Yep. They like to put heavy on us. Once we take out these flowers and get these photo cells, there's actually a treasure chest that's kind of hidden.
Ooh! I like me some shinies.
Oh yeah. I love the animation. Like when I have when you have a status ailment on your character, you'll actually notice that they look like how they're affected.
Yeah, I was just thinking that too in that fight as well. Love the lighting, I love the animations, all the little touches there. And there we go. By the way, we currently possess 4 photocells. Yay!
Yep.
Yes! Woohoo!
Yay!
Awesome. All right, progress is being made, which is amazing when I'm concerned, but never mind. Doing well. You guys always take... Oh, is this the hidden chest? Let's definitely open that one. Woohoo! And
yay, guild for everybody.
Yay, fragment of 3 dark matter. Yay. Now, remind everybody, by the way, dark matter, I'm going to have a guess here. I'll probably be wrong, but that's used for repairs, right?
Yep, that's correct.
Definitely learning things slowly, ever so slowly. All right, so which way do we have to go now? Where's the gate? I'm completely lost, Minnie.
Well, there are 2 gates we can turn it in, but the closest one will be heading north. So we can probably just, you'll see 2 circles, one north and one south of us, a little southwest.
Oh, yeah.
And, the north one obviously is closer, so we can just turn it in there.
All right, let's do it. After your good womanizing self, Minnie. Oh, there it is. Look at that. It's right.
He's sexy and he knows it.
He's sexy and he knows it. Okay. Now, how do we actually open the gate, though? We've got these 4 things. Is there something to click on, or what do we do?
Yep, just click on the center item, the little lamp-looking thing.
All right, very cool. Insert the photo cells. Yes, indeedy.
Okie dokie.
Wow. I love the little cutscenes. That is great. All games should have that. All of them should.
Oh, wait. Now on your map, you should be able to see an exclamation point.
I do indeed, and it's just here. Oh, look! Look, it's Moogles! Oh, my lord. I do not believe that we've actually seen Moogles in the Let's Play series yet. I'm pretty sure we haven't. Can I click on them?
You can talk to him.
Oh, look at that, Terry Moogle. That's wonderful, Kupo. All right, we're really in Final Fantasy now. Then I can tell you what happened. Oh, gosh, hang on. Maybe I shouldn't speak to these guys first. I'm not sure.
Oh, it'll be fine.
It'll be fine? Okay, let's have a chat to Terry Moogle here. Shudder to think what might have happened if Arun hadn't come along. I may have uttered my last Kupo. And, of course, talking about this person next to us here. And let's have a chat to Pudgy Moogle, who says, Arun saved us, Kupo. If he hadn't come, we'd be in bloody little chunks for sure, Kupo. I do hope his sister won't be too hard on him when she finds out. Rayao is constantly scolding him for his impetuousness, but it was a brave thing he did. Good lord, I wonder what they're talking about. All right, let's have a chat to this. Is it a guy? They're talking about a guy. Let's have a look. Bit hard to tell from this angle. Can't tell. Anyway, we'll chat to this person, see what they got to say. Why are you here? Be gone. Why, hello there, friend. Are you injured? Lost? No. What brings you here then? You looking for someone? For me? How did I get in? Why, through the entrance, of course. But please, don't tell anyone. It would only injure the guard's pride, and my sister would be furious besides. I sensed the Moogles were in great danger, you see, and hurried here to save them. It was rash of me, I know, but there was no time to call a council, nor to appeal to the order of the Twin Adder. The voices of the crystal are strong here, and of late I have heard them screaming out in terror from deep below the earth. All living things are imbued with the power of crystals, and so their screams echo within us all. That is why so many lesser creatures are now crazed and restless. The screams have them in untold agony, driving them to madness. Gather here, kill them all. The Moogles are fine, incidentally. I will leave this place together with them, but for now I must rest. I am so weary. I will send word to the Adder's Nest when I can. It was never my intention to trouble them. Oh, and here, you can have this. The Moogles removed it from that Magitech device there. I'd take it back with me, but it's so heavy. I feel it weighs me down somehow. Anyway, take it. Please, I cannot carry it a moment more. This is a strange thing indeed. The elementals tell me that it is attempting to measure the flow of ether through the Maws. Although I cannot fathom why a Magitech user would deem the stuff sufficiently interesting to warrant such an invention, you would do well to speak with the Moogles. Should you know their words, mayhap there is something to be learned from all of this. Some knowledge that may serve my sisters. And there we go. The objectives are complete. Woohoo! Congratulations to Seraphis. That's awesome. Let's have ourselves a bit of a cheer and let's check in our journal. That was all very interesting. Thank you. Let's have a look and see what it says here. Our journal has been updated. And it says, you located the mysterious Pajal within the 1,000 Maws of Toto-Rak. Report back to Bloiseront at the dungeon's entrance. Alright, so that's a question I've got for you, Katella. When you're in a dungeon here, are there any quick ways of getting out of dungeons or, like teleporting or something? Or do you actually have to run manually to the entrance again?
If you're totally done, you could actually teleport out.
Okay. Well, look, folks, what I think we're going to do, because we're running low on time, we definitely need to go back to the entrance and hand in, because I want my 1,000 company seals, my grand company seals. But off camera, perhaps, seeing as we're here, Katella, Mini, and Blindrage, and especially you, Mini, you're our fearsome tank. You've obviously done this many times before. Seeing as we're here, shall we go and complete the rest of it anyway?
Sure, why not?
Sure.
All right, let's do that.
Seraphis, sorry, I misspoke. So you actually would return. You'd want to return out of a dungeon.
Oh, okay, all right. So you literally, and by the way, we're talking about return here, folks, as an actual function in the game, as opposed to teleport. So where will the return take us, Katella?
Should take us to the front of this dungeon.
Okay, so it's always, a return is always going to take you to either your registered home point, or assumably, if you've just entered a dungeon, hopefully the beginning of that. So we'll soon find out. All right, folks, well, look, what we'll do is we'll go and run the rest of this, and hopefully we'll get some epic loots drop, but we'll come back, and once we've returned to the front of the dungeon, we'll hand in so you guys can see what happens next. We'll be right back. And here we are, successful out the front of the dungeon. And by the way, what we did off camera there, Katella, Mini, and Blindrage, thank you very much for that. They ran me through to one of the bosses, so I got to see my very first boss fight here in the game. Plus, I also got to see a pudding. Actually, I saw a whole bunch of puddings, which is awesome. A classic Final Fantasy monster there. But, Mini Ninja, what was the name of that boss that we just fought?
It was Sargis.
Sargis, and it looked to me like a great big scorpion. And you know what? There were two big chests at the end there, and Katella, you allowed me to go open them, and you know how excited I get about that. One of the things that dropped out of there was a dagger. What class is that for? Do you know?
I believe it's for Gladiator.
Ooh, now that's going to come in handy a bit later on then, because of course I'm trying to level my Gladiator up to, well, I think I need to get it to at least level 15. Is that right, Blindrage? If I need to do my secondary class type stuff, I need Marauder and I need Gladiator to 15. Is that right?
Yep.
Alright, so I'm trying to level that up in the background, and I think I got it up to level 6. So, is there a level requirement on a dagger like that, generally speaking, Katella? Like, it's a level 30 dungeon. I'm probably not going to be able to equip that dagger at level 6 Gladiator, am I?
No, probably not. I believe that those are level 30. But you can actually look at the item and it'll say required 30.
Yeah, okay, alright. It's definitely something we'll check out later. That might be nice for our Gladiator later on. But in the meantime, we need to do this, folks. We need to speak with Bloiseront, or however you say his name here, because of course we've got our pieces of the dungeon done that we need for our Grand Company quest, and this is going to be very exciting. So let's have a chat with him, see what he's got to say. And he's saying, a job well done, Seraphis. Word arrived from the Adder's Nest. It seems that you found our Pajal within the Maws. To think it was none other than Seed Seer Arun Senna. Boy, now that's a mouthful. Try say that 3 times in a row. I should add that he and the Moogles have since departed. It's a relief to know that he's no longer in harm's way. This mission has been a success, thanks to you. I'm actually going to have to say it's probably thanks to my 3 Padres here who really did all the work. But anyway, we won't tell him. The forces deployed to find him have returned to Gridania as well. First, Serpent Lieutenant Fulk spoke of a strange Magitech device within the Maws. You saw it too. The conjurers within warned the others not to go near it. They said it gave off a vile, foreboding air, kind of like Jenna. Okay, this Magitech recording plate is from the device. You must take it to the Adder's Nest at once. I dare say First Serpent Lieutenant Fulk will be eager to have it properly examined. Oh, okay, so let's have a look at our journal quickly. No doubt that's updated. We're going to Imperial Devices, and it says that we... blah, blah, blah. Yeah, here we go. We need to return to the Adder's Nest and report to First Sergeant Lieutenant Fulk. So, Katella, what does this mean? Because we're working for the Twin Adders now. You can see here that in my log it's got a bright yellow, icon next to it. So, is this like one of the final steps? If I go hand this in, does this mean I choose Twin Adders or not?
It doesn't. This is actually an optional quest that you can do.
Oh, okay. So, in that case, I've been doing it for the Twin Adders. Could we do a similar sort of thing for each one of the grand companies?
You could. You could actually go to each of them and do the same Toto-Rak dungeon for each of them.
Oh, hang on a minute though. Does that mean that I'll get equal amounts of... because I'm going to get 1,000 odd seals, company seals for this. Could I do the other two and get 2,000 more?
You would get them for the company that you were doing it for.
So I can't cheat my way through that then.
Right.
Dear oh dear. Alright folks, well I guess what we should do is round this out by actually heading back there. So we'll do that. We'll come back to you guys when we're in Gridania. And here we are, we've made our way back to the Twin Adders HQ. Mini, Katella and Blindrage accompanying me the whole way there, looking flash as always. Thank you. Oh, look at that. What are they doing there? Are they salute? Let's try something here. Salute. Let's see what happens to me when I do that. Oh, it's very cool, isn't it? Oh, I keep discovering emotes all the time. Of course, what we're really here to do is have a chat to this guy behind me. Here we are, Fulk. Let's see what he's got to say. And Imperial Devices. Alright, so he's saying we've done a good job. Now, as always, folks, you know what? Sometimes this quest text can be rather lengthy. So what I'm going to do is skip through a little bit here. And if you'd like to read this, you can always pause the video. And what we'll do is we'll read out the summary once we get to the end. But you can see here it will take a very long time to read all of this out. Although, there we go, there's a highlight. He said, you have a piece of the device. Where did you get it? So we're just explaining that. And there we go. Oh, we love that theme. The Final Fantasy victory theme. There it is. And the most exciting part of this, folks, I can't believe it, 2,160. Look at that, the fireworks are going off. 2,160 XP, and most importantly, we've got ourselves 1,000. That's right, 1,000 serpent seals. Oh, I'm very happy about that. You have no idea. Now let's go into, where did Mini say it was? The attributes screen, I think. Here we are. Goodness me, Blindrage. Look out, you could dislocate a shoulder doing that if you ask me. What is that emote? That's crazy.
That's my happy emote.
Happy. So what is it? /happy?
Yeah, /happy.
Let's see what mine does. Here we go. Yeah, see, that's much more civilized, Blindrage. What we're going to do is head into our attributes here, Katella. Head into our attributes, and that is so off-putting, Blindrage. Go into our grand companies.
I can't help it, I like it.
Yeah, it's fantastic, especially because you're so big. Go into the Order of the Twin Adder. Look at that, we have got 2,350 seals. Now, Katella, I'm just going to do the math here. Let's see, carry the one. I think I'm 650 seals short of my chocobo. I am disappointed. Where can I get 650 more seals from so I can get my chocobo?
You will actually get it in the quest where you actually decide which one you're going with.
Oh, so technically speaking, I don't have to do any more other than actually decide, right?
Pretty much.
Ooh, okay, so what's next for us in the series then? What are we going to see? Is the next step for me to actually maybe do the same thing on the other grand companies if I want, or do we just go straight to the decision now?
Well, you can make the decision. I think, if I remember right, you were going to do that in a special episode.
Yeah, I think that's definitely something we need to share. So, well, that I think will involve a lot of cutscenes and stuff. So there you go, folks. That's definitely something to look forward to, which will be me choosing the mystery. That's right, the mystery of who I get to choose as my grand company quest. And of course, yeah, That was a very appropriate emote there, Blind Rage. And of course, the big thing is that we're one step closer to me getting my other mount, which is the Chocobo. I can't believe it. I've got a Goobu, and I definitely want to get a Chocobo. Now, behind me, Mini, this Serpent Lieutenant Fulk has got a exclamation mark over his head. Is that going to be the quest to decide or not? Or has he got something else lined up for me?
Well, I guess we'll just have to find out, won't we?
Okay, let's click on him, see what he says. And it's got Serenity, Purity, Sanctity. The Adder's Nest welcomes me. Here we go. By now we will have seen and heard much of each in the nations of Eorzea, yet I trust you would agree our Gridania is most virtuous amongst them. A woman of my talent, well yes, endless talent naturally, and resolve belongs with the twin adder. Come, tarry no longer in the role of a recruit. Let us greet you as a true serpent of the order. But first there is something you must know. To pledge yourself to our cause you must forsake any bonds you have forged with the stinky maelstrom and the rubbishy immortal flames. Yes, that's what it says. Anyway,
Lies!
officially enlisting in the Order of the Twin Adder will delete any recruit status you have with the other grand companies. Duties from the Maelstrom and the Immortal Flames will become unavailable. You may keep whatever storm and flame seals you have, as they were earned by your own toil, and we will not deny you of those, yet keeping them will yield little benefit. The Sutlers in the Hall of Flames and the Maelstrom Command will not honour the seals of a sworn serpent. Naught will change with regard to your serpent seals, of course. You have my word on that. And there is one more thing. The vows of the Twin Adder are for life. Once made, the bond cannot be unmade, nor will you be able to join the grand companies of the other nations. But believe me when I say that you will have no need of them. The Order of the Twin Adder rewards its serpents, and through service here, you will come to know our great glories. Alright, there we go folks, look at this. Join the Order of the Twin Adder. Yes, make a sergeant of me. No, this sounds a bit much. Well, you know what guys, we're going to have to leave it till the next episode. That's right, it's a cliffhanger. We are going to make our choice in a future episode, and of course certainly hope you guys will come and join us in that, and we'll definitely share that moment with the link shop. In the meantime, I'd like to thank Mini Ninja, Katella, Evan Lee, and of course Blind Rage Skywalker. Thank you guys so much for helping me through that, which has not only got me closer to the Grand Company Chocobo, but of course it was my very first real dungeon, and I got to see my very first real boss, so thank you very much guys. I'm hoping you guys will come and join me when we do the next part, and I don't know, I'm going to ask Mini Ninja, what do you reckon? Who am I going to choose as a Grand Company? What do you think?
The Maelstrom Pirates!
Of course I am. What about you, Katella? Who do you think I'm going to choose?
I don't know, we'll just have to find out.
Blind Rage Skywalker, what do you reckon?
Probably one of the three that they have.
Oh, I think that's a safe bet if you ask me. Anyhow, folks, we're way over
I knew
time.
it.
We need to get out of here. Certainly hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and of course, hope you'll join us in the next one. On behalf of myself, Seraphis, Mini, Blind Rage, and Katella, it's us saying take care. Hope you guys are having a great day wherever in the world you are. We do look forward to seeing you next time. We will see you then, and bye-bye.
Bye-bye!
Bye!
Bye-bye, see ya!
So, Sambo, were you gonna ask me about the hat?
Oh, Merrick, hey, how's it going? We've kind of finished the episode now, though.
Figures.
Yes, sorry about that. Whoops, yeah, the hat. Gosh, what is the hat, Merrick?
It's the linen hat of the mind. This one in particular was made by one of Okazaki's followers on Twitch.
That's Twitch/Critical Chocolate?
Yeah, and it's a +1 hat.
That is very cool. So hang on, Witch's Hat of the Mind, does that actually give you witchy poo powers?
Sure, here, watch this.